So many people lost in their mind, lost in time, won't read the signs in this rhyme. So they try to bind two souls without the ancient scrolls while the death toll grows out of control. Sold like a slave while your ancestors died untimely deaths and tossed in their grave. Listen to what the ancients say, look within or do without. The church is your body, the temple is your mental, so know thyself beyond a shadow of a doubt.
The violence in the hood is killing the good, causing our people to be misunderstood. But I'm not hiding my face, I'm standing up cause we dividing the race. With all the sets we spread all over the place. Colors and dope, we substituting for the whip and the rope. Keeping the black in the back when most of us broke. I'm trying to cope, sit back and smoke till Armageddon approach. I hope when judgment come, our people don't choke. Some of us woke, but still too many get caught up on the boat. Weighing us down with hate, that's why we can't float. We all got a drug, liquor, cracker, living life like a thug. It's all addictive and it's twisting our love. Division ain't right when it causes us to argue and fight. Even kill, I see no healing in sight. I'm not gonna shout, but most of us sell out for money and clout and say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. That's straight. Say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Straight. Some say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Straight. Some say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Straight. Some say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Straight. Say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Straight. Some say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Straight. Some say they bout it.
Andrea and Marla love Dion. Dion says he loves both of these girls, and he refuses to become committed to either one. He wants to wait a while and go with both of them. He wants to see which one has the most to offer. He wants them to prove their love to him. In the meantime, Marla wants Dion at any cost. She thinks she knows how to win this great prize, Dion, over. She's willing to take a chance. She knows she can even get pregnant. She knows about sexually transmitted diseases, even AIDS. Also, she knows that in her church, she will become known as the slut. Yet, she figures that one or two times, it won't matter much. What should they do?
What should she do?
You know, I think it's either a self-esteem issue or a pride issue if it goes that far. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. The pride, if I let him go, somebody else gonna have him. And the self-esteem, if I don't have a man, then I'm not cute. My older brothers weren't exactly gentlemen. And they told me some of the things to look for when you want to get over on a woman was low self-esteem. And she looked like the woman that always trying to be cute and think that being cute is what's gonna make her accept it. You know, you play on that, and Dion just playing on both of them's affections, both of them's weaknesses, and they falling right into the trap. And it starts with self. I don't think guys could get away with half the things they do if women didn't allow them to. That's the way I think. I think that if the dogs couldn't get a woman, it'd be a lot less dogs.
That's right.
I think that's true.
right.
That's what I think.
You think that's what?
I think that's true. I think both of them needs to really just leave him alone and go on and find somebody else and let him do what he wants to do.
Let him do what he wants to do.
They got to deal with the fact that he gonna end up might have 2 more tomorrow. But they got to sit down and deal with that. That they might see Dion with 2 more tomorrow. They have to deal with that. A lot of times I should let him go. Then they sit back and think, he gonna be kicking me with such and such, and that's what's gonna bother.
But isn't love about emotions? It is awful hard.
Things aren't the way they used to be. I'm sorry.
Things are
They're
not.
Boys are dogs. Girls are stupid because they let them dog them out. I mean, it's that simple.
Some boys.
Boys are dogs.
No, I should rephrase that. Some boys are dogs because I've encountered a few dogs, and I let them go ahead and eat their little puppy child.
Well, what about the girls?
There's some cats out there
girls.
too now.
Oh, they're cats. You know, girls will scheme each other to get a boy. Girls will fight over a boy. That's just how it is in today's society. You fight every day at school over a boy. And, I mean, that's just plain and simple. You get used to it after a while. People try to fight me over boys. Whatever.
Is that right?
And no boy's that fine. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like
If
that.
I don't have a ring on my finger, I'm sorry. I'm
Is
not
that
fighting
right?
over you.
Just give it time, just go ahead on. Just let life go on. Don't get too infatuated with one boy at a certain point of time in your life because you got plenty of time for that later on. You got plenty of things to build up to get to that point. It ain't just about boys and girls. It's about building yourself for the future. And you get caught up into that, just like I was raised, that boys and girls ain't all that at that point of your life. You got plenty of other things, plenty of other issues to think about more so than sex. And that's what's supposed our kids do now. It's all going to the point of sex. And that's where we're losing it at. And you got to tell them, you don't need Dion, Dion don't need them, and they don't need Dion. Both of them, the male and the female group, need to sit down, get themselves focused, and go on with their lives. Don't be focusing on the sex part of it, because you got time. Some things you're supposed to savor for a special time in your life. That's a special event. And when you start playing in that area, you're going to lose it. And once you lose it, you can't get it back.
You don't think that, have you ever been in love? Have you?
Yes.
You make decisions sometimes based on that emotion?
Yes.
Dion know that you're doing it, playing it, and he played you because he see how you acting, fighting. What do you think?
Well, as a parent, Dion wouldn't be in my camp, so my daughter wouldn't be a part of Dion's little scenario. Okay? No, he wouldn't. I wouldn't. No, Dion
A lot of
wouldn't.
parents see their daughter crying and whining about Dion and they give in. A lot of parents try to be their kid's friend.
No, well, I'm the parent. I mean, I'm her friend, but I'm still the parent. I got the last word.
But you're the example.
Yes, I'm an example because I didn't change no Dion.
No, I'm not Dion.
Right not. But no, but really, you have to teach them, you know, the things. Being a woman, you have to teach your daughters or young females how it is to be treated and to expect to be treated by anyone, a male, female. You know, it goes, you know, both ways, and how to be treated and how to treat someone else.
This activity was about one boy and two girls, and they were fighting over this one boy. And this is where the conversation arose from.
I think you need to have Dion over for dinner. If you're gonna tell your daughter not to get with Dion, you need to have Dion over for dinner and set up some kind of mini debate or something. Let your daughter see right there that Dion can handle what you're talking about. Because the more you say don't see Dion, the more attractive he gonna get.
Ah.
Well,
You don't understand me. He loves me.
Ah.
well, sometimes parents don't know about Dion.
Hey.
So, can call them over to dinner if you don't know about it. So, gotta think of that
I just
too.
gotta be
Well, what age do you start saying Dion can come over for dinner? I mean, that's, I mean, I'm in the 9th grade and I don't think I'm supposed to be having folks over for Sunday dinner, him going to church. And that's, to me, that's just kind of pushing it too much into this is more of a serious relationship. You don't bring somebody home and introduce them to your family if this is not something, and that's something else that I'm not comfortable with is my parents getting too much involved in my relationships. I don't need my mama coming in and telling me, well, I like Dion, he's real nice to me, but you don't see how Dion acts on the other side. You don't see how Dion walks past me in the highway with Felicia, or how Dion was like, oh, that was just my friend, or, you know, something like that. I think that, yes, I mean, I was taught, and it's still instilled in me that, you know, there is a way that a man is supposed to treat you, and there's a way, you know, there's respect that you should just expect. It shouldn't be anything less than that. But, you know, love or whatever we calling it, Dad is getting caught up in the snowstorm and the big blizzard of love, and I'm starting to see, well, he's the captain of the basketball team, and we are the cutest couple, and he is gonna take me to the prom. That's all I see is just right now. I don't see the longevity of it. I don't see, oh well, okay, if he breaks up with me this week, then what about that prom I've been talking about, or what about that big dance? I mean, we got to start helping people focus on the here and now and the right now, because that's where they're focused. We're focused on, you know, the long run.
Speaking to a young lady, I would have to ask the young lady to look inside herself for her to know who she really is and what does she plan to do with her life. Believe it or not, most females mature faster than young boys, but most females, they pretty much know by the age 12 what they want to do with their life. And in order to help them with this situation with the other boy, maybe that's not the one for you. If it's a Christian young lady, she would know right off, you know, right ahead.
Right off to just go off and forget this boy? Or
No, not
should they
necessarily
go
forget
what?
him, but just be his friend. Not necessarily get closer to, make a platonic relationship, but just to be his friend and stay high and by, have lunch with. That's it. Try to keep it on that level.
No, we as parents must be that example for the child. It's okay for me to tell my daughter to get out the street. If I'm in the street, don't make sense. I have to be that example. And so we not only have to tell them, but I think what's more important is that we must show them.
Say they got it